Hey everyone, Maven here, and time for another update. The new PC is coming in tomorrow, so soon-ish we'll be getting back to streaming and possibly uploading to the YouTube channel and all that shenanigans. I want to take a few days though because what you see behind me, that's my current setup. That was my current PC setup. Yeah, now you can see why streaming and talking with you guys was a bit clunky, why I was having to do the little left turn, ha ha, I read what you wrote there thing. No, we're gonna have two screens now and a new PC. So the setup's going to be I'm gonna be getting used to it, but I also need to clear out some stuff because, you know, statuettes and Dota 2 memorabilia and plushes and oop, that way. Video game related decor, so to speak. All that's good, but not conducive to having a lot of desk space. So, yeah. Other than that, still looking for a job. But graduate school is apparently giving me some sort of certificate for academic, performance. So that's good. Regardless, we're probably going to be getting back to streaming and putting stuff up on a more regular-ish basis come this weekend. I'm going to give myself a few spaces leeway. But whenever I go live, you'll see it on the Twitter feed, so you'll know where that is, you know. And of course, the Twitter feed's link will be in the description below, so you'll know when I go live. Steam group I'm still keeping an eye on the Steam group. I'm still interested in having people join it. That's all, up in the air at the moment, but it's there if you need it, if you want it. So, updates concluded. I guess I'd like to go ahead and touch on the topic I said I was going to touch on because, all these delays and stuff make it seem like I'm not really caring. No, I care. I really want to follow through on my word. So, let's start off with saying that depression really has a way of worming into your head. And it doesn't help when it's compounded with self-esteem issues, which, surprise, the person going on YouTube and searching for external validation has self-esteem issues. Who would have guessed? So, basically, for me, what happens is it compounds with so many different factors and really weighs heavy and has that voice that just says nothing you can do will be good enough. You'll never, meet whatever. And when you're unemployed, that stacks a ton of bricks onto it. When you're not having any projects to work on, that stacks another ton of bricks onto it. It's a mess. It becomes a mess. And it is incredible what it can do to you. From the very basic stuff, like getting out of bed, to getting dressed, taking a bath, eating, every single thing becomes a chore, task. It was a very, very interesting sort of thought project to help people understand living with a chronic illness. And that includes chronic mental illnesses like depression. I was thinking it was called the spoon theory. But basically, the idea is that if you only have a limited number of spoons to allocate, and every single act you do costs some spoons, and you just decide, okay, well, let's just imagine a normal person has 24 spoons, so they can spend 3 spoons to make a meal for themselves. They can spend 3 spoons to go to work. They can spend 3 spoons to be productive, have a project. They can spend 1 spoon to get out of bed, to get cleaned, they've got all of this energy that just is really easy for them to spend and allocate as they will. Chronic illness, just imagine someone has 12 spoons, and then subtract a spoon for every meal you miss, for every day you don't get, you don't get a good night's rest, for all of this. And you start to realize how dangerous and limited your energy budget really is. Like, I'm jobless. You think that my life would be really easy. Well, chronic depression doesn't make it that easy. It really just tackles every single thing that requires even the most minute amount of energy and just adds tons and tons of weight. Just like moving through molasses. If you're a very introspective person, that's just going to compound back in on your thoughts. And that cycle, that vicious, rotation of thoughts, it can completely disable you. I was supposed to graduate a full year ago. I only graduated 4 months ago. So what happened with those 8 months? Well, depression. A thesis is a massive undertaking. I don't regret choosing the thesis, but knowing now about how dangerous taking such a massive undertaking in such a short amount of time can be, well, I might have reconsidered if I had that information, but prior to this senior year of graduate school, I was thinking, man, I feel great. I've got medicine helping me out. I don't have a lot of the same, mental, just cognitive issues that I once did. I know that I've got, backup plans and people who will support me and love me. I've got friends. I've got all this stuff that I didn't have before, or at least I didn't know I had before. And so I had all this confidence and energy. I said, all right, I'm done. There's no more depression to deal with, right? Turns out it's not that easy. Even with all of the help that I need, all the help that I can get, it is a beast. It is a constant fight. And it really doesn't hit you when you're, late teens, early 20s. That chronic really does mean chronic. So the long and short of it is, chronic depression sucks. But that's not what I'm here to say. What I'm here to say is that it's manageable if you go into it with the right understanding. And that right understanding is knowing that not doing things in a certain day, sure, it's disappointing, but it's not something that's your fault. Every single little thing you do with depression makes a humongous difference. Getting out of bed is something to celebrate. Taking a shower is something to celebrate. Making a meal is something to celebrate. Doing a tiny small project like working on your art skills or making a YouTube video or live streaming or anything. Every single thing you do, every single spoon you spend is something that you have to be thankful for. And it turns out I needed that reminder. I needed that person in my mind that I could trust who says, it's okay. You're working hard. You know you're doing your best. And sure, you're not at the same level of productivity that a lot of people would imagine you should be at or would want to be at. that's not, don't go to their paces. You have to go at your own pace. You have to continue pushing yourself, absolutely, but you have to go at your own pace and you have to trust yourself. If you are a moral human being, if you are a, you know, duty or honor bound human being, if you have some code you hold yourself to, and that code pushes you towards an ideal, and you can trust yourself that you won't let go of that, then it's enough to get out of bed. It's enough to pop a few pastries in a toaster. It's enough to get a cup of juice, By all means, I'm not the healthiest person. And by all means, I'm not someone who I would idolize either. I'm just a person with a very complicated condition that a lot of people don't understand. And, but it's every single step. Every step counts. Every little bit counts. For those of you who have a chronic illness, who have depression, who go through rough times on a regular basis, knowing yourself is a humongous first part, sure. Knowing the various things people say about it, therapists, and hearing all those voices helps. But what I think is most important for people who do and don't have it to understand is that not everyone can be expected to go at the same pace. And that's okay. That's something that the United States, at the very least, has a very hard time of understanding because everyone in every position here has some sort of expectation about what the ideal person should be doing. And anything less than that is a failure. And that's not it. Depression is a battle, a lifelong battle. And you can make some amazing things. But you have to do it at your own pace. And you might eventually find the pattern which allows you to go to work even in the midst of the worst of it, or that pushes you to, do things even when you don't feel like it. But you have to get to that point on your own. Making these videos and live streaming, every single time I have a person in there, it's something to work towards. It's something to believe in. And sure, I'm not on top of it as many people are. I don't have the best equipment, I don't have the best skills, but I'm doing something, and that's what matters to me. And I'm hoping that by seeing me and seeing me work through some of this stuff, maybe other people will realize what they can do. It doesn't have to be big. 34, 33 subscribers on a YouTube channel and 72, 73 on a Twitch channel. That is really something I can be proud of. And I'll be proud of that even if they shrink back down to 10 and 2, or if they explode up to 1,500, or I have no idea how the internet works. I'm a scholar. Everything happens in weird and strange ways. All I can do is put my best foot forward and say what's on my mind, and hopefully people will understand. So I'm looking forward to starting again. I'm looking forward to seeing a few familiar faces and a few new ones. And who knows, maybe we'll eventually get to the point where I can actually make more of these videos with a lot more confidence, with a lot more energy, with a lot more frequency, where I can say, look at this thing that I know about and let me help you understand it. Because that's what I like to do. That's my love. That's why I'm a Maven. That's why I'm an anthropologist. So thank you very much for watching. The next YouTube video you should be seeing will be something about having the new computer all set up. Other than that, well, keep an eye on the Twitter, keep an eye on the Twitch. I'll be seeing you guys soon. And just one real quick note though. Awesome Games Done Quick, that's not me. No. Don't expect that. That's not gonna happen. No. But do check out AGDQ. That's a good thing. Or SGDQ should be coming up sometime the next few months. But yeah, no. Wearing this shirt means nothing for the channel. Uh, you better expect some awesome games done slow and languidly. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next videos. So until next time.